The Super 1 Series is back at Little Rissington in the heart of the Cotswolds in the UK. The club also plays hosts to the Midland Championship, one of the big club championships of the season, and this year it's on the weekend of the 31st of August and 1st of September. You can get your entries in via the website rissingtonkartclub.co.uk. This weekend though, it's the Mini Rock, O-Plate and Rotax classes coming your way in the penultimate Super 1 round of the season. Split grid for Junior Rotax and Minimax up first. The winner in Minimax yesterday was Sam Todd. I caught up with him before today's final. Sam, race winner in Minimax yesterday. Smallest of grids, but still tight, I think, with you and Holly.
Yeah, it was. We were separated by 6 seconds in the final because she got caught behind some juniors. But she was right behind me for quite a while.
And I'm guessing you're expecting more of the same today?
I would like to repeat it, but it's meant to be dry, which I'm not so good in compared to the wet around here. So I'm hoping for the same. It would be good if I win again.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
People have come from all over the world to race in Super 1. Jamil Rogers is no different. Caught up with him earlier. You've got an interesting backstory. You were born in Azerbaijan, lived there 3 years. You lived 5 years in Nigeria, I think.
Yeah.
And then you came to the UK. At what point did you pick up karting?
Around as soon as I got here, we did a bit of corporate karting for at least 4 years. And then we got spotted by some local small team and asked me if I should try it, and started in Minimax. And I was overweight, so then moved to Junior Rotax since I turned 13, and it's gone to here ever since.
I think you were 11th in the other championship last weekend, but third place this weekend, your first podium. In fact, I think you had a podium at Terraura, didn't you,
Yeah.
Super 1?
Yeah, it was it's the first time being at this track, so learned it quickly, picked up the pace, and hoping for another podium this weekend.
Okay, and where are we going to be seeing you in years to come? Are you looking at this as a career going into cars, or what are you looking at?
Hopefully, I mean, every little boy's dream is to be in Formula One, so it'll be a great experience to be there. But if not, GT cars, I'd love to race Lamborghinis or cars, and just in general racing would be great.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Can I also say I'm proud to be racing for Azerbaijan and hope to be the best racing driver they have. Yeah, thank you.
Well done.
Well, with Azerbaijan now in the Formula 1 paddock, who knows? He could be the first from Azerbaijan to get to F1. Machi Hemera and Dan Armstrong on the front row. Jamil is there in third with Cameron Belt. And it's going to be a very exciting race in both Junior Max and Minimax. As away we go to the first corner, Machi Hemera has put his kart straight into the lead. No problem at all, as Jamil Rogers has shot up into second position, whereas a great battle going on further back for third. And it's Machi Hemera leading the race already. You've got to love his livery. It's still absolutely picturesque around every circuit we go to. Jamil Rogers, partly Azerbaijani, of course, from birth, and lived in Nigeria for a while as well. A truly international race leader now as he goes through into the dogleg and down towards the bottom straight, but up the inside again. Machi Hemera comes through to the inside line, and Armstrong gets through into second place as well. That is the only... It's basically the smallest gap in history that you need to leave open to get through here at Rissington. It's such a fast-flowing circuit. It doesn't take much. So it's Hemera, Armstrong, Rogers and Cameron Belt from Harry James and Demi Lee Belt. And then Holly Willie and Sam Todd are going at it hammer and tongs in Minimax.
Yeah, great start. Only 6 in the Junior Rotax, 2 in Mini, but I'm expecting the 2 Minis to have a real battle. They certainly did on the Saturday. It was Sam Todd that came out on top that day, but could be different today. We'll have to see. Those are the 6 Junior Rotax runners. Hemera from Armstrong and Rogers, top 3.
So Rissington, of course, one of the most prolific race circuits in British karting, and certainly with an amazing history behind it. And it's great to see Super 1 here back again. Willie and Todd still battling hammer and tongs there in the Minimax brigade. Hemera's pulled out a 0.6 of a second advantage to Dan Armstrong. Jamil Rogers still there in third from Cameron Belt, Harry James and Demi Lee Belt. And there's only 3 seconds between them at the moment as they come through. Cameron Belt trying to shake off the attentions of Harry James, who's definitely giving him a run for his money. James tries to get up the inside there at top bend, and as they go down back straight, they are side by side up towards the dog leg. This is all about Cameron Belt now defending to the inside line from Harry James. He runs wide, and on the switchback, that is a beautiful pass.
Classic.
Absolutely. Lovely
Classic.
done from James.
Classic switchback move, goes outside and comes back underneath him on the exit of the corner. Classic switchback move. Don't forget, by the way, guys, to engage with us on Facebook at Super One Series if you want to get in touch with the organisers, know anything about the championship, follow the championship, see what's going on, then engage with us on Facebook. The two karts just going through the finish line there, those are the two Minimax karts. Still Holly Woolly from Sam Todd, but nothing between them.
303 Squadron is out in front. Machi Himera still leads the race. I noticed though that on the last lap through to the elbow, Jamil Rogers had a proper twitch on the way out of the corner. He had a bit of a wobble on the way on the exit, and he actually put his hand in the air as if to say, I'm very sorry I made the mistake. So that's going to be something we need to keep an eye on. Has he got a mechanical problem potentially developing, Jamil Rogers? He's running a little bit wide there, but okay, that's a normal racing line really on the exit of the elbow. He doesn't want to be pushing too hard too soon. He wants to try and stay with Himera and Rogers as Cameron Belt continues to try and hassle Harry James, although James has well and truly pulled out a bit of a gap since his move on him a couple of laps ago.
Yeah, Jamil Rogers was a second in front of James, now 8 tenths. So he's lost a couple of tenths on that lap. Looks like James on the 55. You can just see him there, 4th place. As they come towards us, he's certainly getting closer, Jake.
Out of the tightest corner in British motorsport, certainly arguable. I think it is going to be a debate that's won.
I don't think it's even arguable, is it? That it's got to be the tightest hairpin in British motorsport, certainly in karting that I know of.
So out through they come again. Oh, Jamil Rogers pushing. Yeah, he's definitely got some kind of issue there. Look, he's come off the turn and he's immediately gone for something on the engine. So something is not quite right with Jamil Rogers' kart, and he's trying to fix it while at the limit.
Well, I think he's lifting the flap on the radiator, so it may well be, if he's lifting it up, he wants more air into it, so he's trying to cool the engine down. May think the engine's getting a little bit too warm, and look at this now, Harry James all over the back of him, looking for his first podium of the season. It was Rogers that got 3rd yesterday, but I don't think he's going to get 3rd today, is he?
He's struggling. He's definitely defending. I think he knows that there's going to be a bit of an issue here as Woolley hangs on in front of Sam Todd. They battle their way through the dog leg and out towards bottom straight. Great to see that even though there's minimal numbers in each class, there are still great battles in each of them, and Todd is not letting Woolley get away. This is a brilliant squabble in Minimax.
Harry James has closed it down to nothing now. Was 8 tenths, it's nothing now, just a tenth of a second as they went through the line. Here's that battle in Minimax, still Woolley that's just pulling out a slight gap now over Todd, just half a second, but plenty of time to go.
Yeah, Rogers is having to defend. I don't think he has any power at all in the kart by comparison to Harry James to be able to deal with him. He certainly isn't able to pull away. If anything, he's conceding more and more time. The gap between him and Dan Armstrong has gone up to a whisker over 2 seconds. So he's really got an issue as Todd is just hustling Woolley. He's trying to get her to make a mistake.
The half a second's gone, hasn't it? It's all over the back. And that is Harry James right behind Jamil Rogers as they go through the line one more time. Nothing between them.
Out of top straight, up towards the loop, through the left-hander. This is all about where Jamil Rogers is going to be able to hold him at bay. Look, he dives for the inside line at top bend. He wants to get a good exit out of the back straight. And how long, seriously, can he hope to keep this up? As now at the inside, James is going to hesitate a little bit, though, because Jamil Rogers gets a twitch and again tries to cover the inside line out of the dog leg. But this is all about where James can make a move. He doesn't have to rush this, of course.
He's defending. He's only 7 laps gone. He's just defending it. Look at this, all over the place. So Harry James looks like he's getting a little bit frustrated here. He's looking for the wide move around the outside. He's not going to make that work going through the final turn. But you can see Jamil looking over his shoulder, knows he's there, and he's just taking the inside line. He'll take the narrow line here into this left-hander. There you go. He's not giving him anything. He'll now go to the right of the track, as he does, for this right-hander. So he's giving him nothing down the inside, and Harry James won't be too pleased about that.
Well, fair play to Rogers. He's guarding him exactly where he needs to be. Look, he's planting the kart right in the middle of the racetrack. He can't go to the inside. He can't hang it out to the outside because he can't get the switch. And still, Holly Woolly hangs on from Sam Todd as these two continue to battle. Todd is going to try and make the gap a little bit smaller on the exit, but oh look, Holly Woolly's placement of the kart is just perfect. She brings the kart back onto the racing line, just at the right moment when the kart gets loose. Very similarly to Jamil Rogers. He's hanging on to this beautifully. Now James has a look. He still can't get there because Jamil Rogers knows exactly where to place the kart. He doesn't have pure speed by comparison to Harry James, but what he does have, as does Holly Woolley at the moment, is pure racecraft. Great guile and determination from both to keep their drivers at bay.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and click that notification bell to get an information message every time.
This is the moment they've hit each other, and Jamil Rogers goes around, and Harry James has got damage to the Nassau. Let's have a look at it again. Look, James has tried to commit to it. Jamil Rogers has just slammed the door shut in his face.
Well, I'm afraid, he's got his hand in the air there, Harry, saying, you're defending everywhere, what do you expect? But you're the man doing the overtaking, you've got to do it cleanly, and he's under investigation for causing a collision, and I'm afraid that's been seen, and if he's under investigation, he will get a penalty for that. I'm afraid he's the one doing the overtaking, got to do it cleanly. Demi Lee Belt now running P5 on the 21 kart, and brother Cameron, if Harry James gets a penalty, Cameron's going to be on the podium.
So that's going to be really good news for the Belt siblings. Oh, and a disqualification for Harry James. He's been excluded for the manoeuvre.
Steward's decision. I think there's other
me.
things going on after the race as well, but he's going to get an exclusion at the end of this race from the stewards, and that's going to move Cameron Belt up to 4th and Demi Lee Belt to 5th. Holly Woolley and Sam Todd still battling for that winning Minimax. Maciek Kamara has got this one tied up. He's the absolute class of the field. Bit surprised that Daniel Armstrong has not got closer to him than he is. 5 seconds behind, that's a big gap, and Daniel Armstrong is quality, Jake.
He is, absolutely, but what you've got to remember about Maciej Himera is he's very good when it comes to rhythm. He's metronomic in terms of his pace, and once he starts getting into the flow out front, there's very little that can shake that confidence that he has in the kart. The 303 Squadron team really put a good setup kart together. 2019 really is Maciej's breakthrough season. He's had some trials and tribulations in the past, but this year he's committed to Super 1. He knows the history of this championship, and he thinks, do you know what? This is where I need to be. I've got a good proving ground. I've got good competition alongside me. I can still be champion, and I can still put that on my CV. And putting Super 1 champion on a young karter's CV is not just something that puts you in the hallmark of British greatness, it's an international stamp of a seal of approval. It's a massive deal.
It is internationally recognised, and it is great to see people like the Polish ambassador tweeting his personal tweet account about Maciek and what he's doing. The Polish embassy tweeting as well, and also veterans from World War II recognising the fact that he as a young man is recognising their contribution to their country's history. And
Peace
of course,
in our time.
Yeah, in fact, what they did for this country as well.
Fantastic. Now, here's the battle for Minimax. This is Holly Woolley versus Sam Todd, which is now incredibly, technically, for 5th place overall as well, because obviously Harry James is set for exclusion, unfortunately, as we now know. So that's going to be Himera who takes the win from Dan Armstrong if it stays like this. Cameron Belt will be 3rd in front of his sister Demi Lee Belt. And then these two will squabble for the Minimax honours. Now, sadly, after his incident, Jamil Rogers has not been able to restart. So he was out on the spot. And I guess that is ultimately why Harry James was excluded, because he's not just gained an advantage by contact, he's actually removed another competitor from the race with contact.
Yeah, indeed. Here is that battle for Minimax. It's a great fight, isn't it, between Holly Woolley.
It's not really
Sam
changed
Todd.
at all
It's
over
not
the course
at
of the
all,
race.
but she's done well to stay out front as long as she had. The gap's been sort of from nothing to half a second and then back again to nothing. Now, what can Sam do coming down? We're getting down to the business end, just a minute and 17 to go. Once that clock counts to 0, they will get the last lap board the next time they go by.
Do you know what? Holly's got great style here and amazing confidence in the car, because she's carrying the throttle further into the apex than Sam Todd. That's what's actually keeping her out front. She's able to get the kart back to the apex to stop any attack from Sam Todd, because she's carrying more speed into the apex. You can see, look, watch as she comes through here at the elbow. She's driving with more throttle. It gets the kart out a little bit more, but she's got the smoothness to come off the throttle, blend back in, and protect the racing line. She's so good at this defensive move.
Yeah, it's a great drive, and to be out front forever, basically, from the start of the race all the way through since she got the lead, is a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Sam Todd really is in the box seat here because he's been able to see where she's strong, where she's a little bit weaker possibly, where he can get by.
Sam is doing everything right here. That's the thing. Sam is doing everything you're supposed to do, sat behind the other driver. You look for a weak spot, you look for an opening, left, right, you try and get the undercut, but every time he's gone for the switchback, Holly's just always there. She's managed to bring the kart back to the inside line and keep that door firmly closed. It's been brilliant to watch her. Here we go again. Look, watch Sam Todd in second place. He's doing everything right here. He's hustling right in behind the gearbox as Machi Himera is going to go into the final lap. But it's great to watch.
They've got 2 to go, basically. That lap
Indeed.
they're on, and then the next one. But this is Machi Himera coming through the final turn.
Now watch
back
Todd.
with the leaders
Watch
in
Todd.
Minimax.
He's gonna get the switch through around the outside. Well, we switch back to Harry James. Unfortunately, his race has already ended. Last lap, Virginia Rotax. Machi Himera running very well out front. 303 Squadron has no bandits on his 6, has he? Absolutely brilliant. He's well pulled away from Dan Armstrong.
No, he's got it won comfortably, hasn't he? 7 seconds the lead as he went through the
There
line.
is Armstrong. You just saw a little dot in the background. That is Dan Armstrong. Here we go. Now, this is going to be an epic final lap between these two. Sam Todd's done everything he possibly can to hustle Holly Woolley, but this is where it really comes to the crunch.
You nearly called her Holly Willoughby.
Do you know, I
didn't you?
nearly did. What on earth is that about? But anyway, Machi Himera comes out of the final turn, takes a dominant checkered flag. Oh, how brilliant is that on the Rissington airfield to take 303 Squadron to the top of the podium. There's Armstrong in second place. Here comes Todd inside of the dog leg, and he's got the lead. He runs out wide. Here comes Holly Woolley to try and get him on the switchback, and he's not going to hold it. Holly Woolley's going to get back to the inside line and retakes the place. That is absolutely brilliant from Holly Woolley. She loses the lead and then instantly slices her way back in front. Todd's going to have to do something brave here in the final corner. He can't. Holly Woolley takes the Minimax victory.
That is a great piece of driving by Holly Woolley on the last lap. Machi Himera takes the win in Junior Rotax. Daniel Armstrong in second. Cameron Belt moves up to third with Harry James disqualified, and Holly Woolley takes the win in Minimax. Maciek looked like another comfortable win today. More tweets coming from the Polish Embassy and the Polish Ambassador, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, today was a good day for us, yesterday as well. You know, me and Dad, really working on, the car, and, we really like this track. And, yeah, it just went really smoothly yesterday and today, but competitors, keeping us true and honest for both days.
Who do you want to thank for your win?
I'd like to thank my family, of course, couldn't do it without them. I'd like to also thank the marshals and everyone who helped, and the organisers for organising such a great championship. Couldn't be done without them.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Holly, the smallest of grids in Minimax, but what a fantastic race. Just talk us through the last few laps.
It was switching and swapping. Last lap, Sam nearly got it, but I managed to overtake him back.
Yeah, it was a great race by you. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank Mike at Team Clay for sorting my engine out for this weekend, and Dad for getting set up right.
Okay, well done.
Spot on weekend. Let's talk you through the championship points. Machi Himera goes to the final round with a chance to clinch the title in Junior Rotax, but Dan Armstrong is still in the hunt. Jamil Rogers in third from Cameron Belt and Josh Powell. In Minimax, Holly Woolley takes the points lead and could potentially be a back-to-back female champion after Abby pulling last year. But with Horton, Smith and Todd all in the mix, they'll all be in the fight when we go to Rissington. Next up, it's the elite of Senior Rotax and 177 who'll go to battle here at Rissington.